The sun shone brightly on Beirut. The Mediterranean Sea sparkled. It was a typical Tuesday. Shopkeepers arranged their wares. Children walked to school. The scent of strong coffee filled the air. Life in Lebanon, despite its challenges, carried on. No one could have anticipated the horror that was about to unfold. The calm of the morning would soon be shattered. An invisible enemy lurked, disguised in the most mundane of objects. Across the city, seemingly at random, pages began to explode, causing widespread panic and confusion. These small devices, once meant for simple communication, had now transformed into deadly weapons, striking fear into the hearts of the citizens. The first blast ripped through a crowded marketplace, sending shockwaves through the community. Vendors and shoppers alike were thrown by the force, their lives forever changed in an instant. Screams filled the air as smoke and debris clouded the once vibrant scene. The chaos was palpable, and then another explosion. This time, it was a busy street corner where people were going about their daily routines. A cloud of death and destruction announced the arrival of terror, leaving the city in a state of shock and disbelief. The once peaceful streets were now scenes of horror and devastation as the true extent of the threat became clear. Panic seized the city, gripping every heart with an icy hand. People fled in terror, desperate to escape the invisible enemy that seemed to strike from nowhere. The streets, once filled with life and laughter, became rivers of chaos and destruction, echoing with the sounds of despair. The injured stumbled through the streets searching for help amidst the wreckage, their cries blending with the cacophony of the city. The lucky ones used whatever they could find to bandage their wounds, tearing strips of cloth from their own clothing in a desperate bid to survive. The unlucky ones lay dying, their cries for help lost in the din, their final moments marked by the chaos around them. The air, thick with the smell of explosives and burning flesh, was a testament to the carnage, a grim reminder of the devastation that had unfolded. Section 4. Picking up the pieces. A nation in mourning. The nation stood still, united in grief, as the weight of the tragedy bore down on every heart. As the dust settled, the true scale of the tragedy became horrifyingly clear. Streets once bustling with life now lay in ruins, a stark reminder of the devastation that had unfolded. Hospitals, overwhelmed with casualties, struggled to cope. The sheer number of injured people arriving at their doors was unprecedented, pushing the limits of their capacity. Doctors and nurses worked tirelessly, their faces etched with exhaustion and despair. Each moment was a battle against time as they fought to save as many lives as possible. The walking wounded waited patiently, their injuries a testament to the day's horrors. They sat in silence, their eyes reflecting the trauma they had endured. Families searched frantically for loved ones, clinging to hope even as their hearts grew heavy with dread. The air was thick with anxiety and sorrow as each passing moment without news deepened their anguish. Section 5. The investigation unveiling a sinister plot. The investigation began immediately. Who was behind this cowardly attack? The answer sent shockwaves through the nation. Forensic experts discovered that the pages had been tampered with, transformed into ingenious, albeit deadly bombs. The work was sophisticated, pointing to a well-organized and well-funded group. But who would perpetrate such an act? And why target innocent civilians? Section 6. Lebanon's unshakable spirit. In the face of unthinkable tragedy, the Lebanese people showed remarkable resilience. Neighbors helped neighbors, strangers comforted one another. The spirit of unity and defiance, so characteristic of this nation, shone through the darkness. The government, though shaken, acted swiftly. Emergency services worked around the clock. The world watched, horrified yet inspired by the courage of the Lebanese people.